Let's kick things off with a big question. AfricaAllah, what drives someone to dedicate decades to media, education, and community, often without a guarantee of recognition?
Honestly, it's the passion for storytelling and preserving our history. For me, it's always been about making sure our narratives exist for the next generation, even if that means working behind the scenes, unpaid, for years. But sometimes, that devotion feels like shouting into the void.
That's such a relatable struggle. It reminds me of those unsung architects of social movements, people who lay the bricks but rarely see their names on the plaque. Do you ever feel like your foundational work is overshadowed once the spotlight comes on?
Absolutely. It's like building a house only for someone else to hang up their family photos and claim it as theirs when it becomes trendy. Suddenly, what was once overlooked is the latest craze, but the original builders are invisible.
So, with that in mind, when the culture you championed is finally cool, does it feel validating or more like salt in the wound?
Honestly, it's bittersweet. There's pride seeing the culture flourish, but it's tough knowing your decades of groundwork are rarely acknowledged in the celebratory headlines.
Transitioning from that, you've poured countless hours into archiving community stories, especially as media has evolved. How has the shift from print to digital think local newspapers to podcasts impacted your mission?
The digital era has opened new doors, but also new challenges. Back in the print days, people valued depth and context. Now, with podcasts and video, attention spans are shorter, and sensational headlines often drown out meaningful stories. It's a race against the algorithm.
That's a real paradox, more tools for storytelling, but more noise to cut through. Have you ever felt like your voice gets lost amidst viral trends and clickbait content?
All the time. It's like carefully crafting a documentary, only for it to get buried beneath trending dance videos. There's a constant tension between creating lasting value and chasing fleeting attention.
Given that, what strategies have you used to make sure the real stories, the ones that matter, don't disappear in this digital whirlwind?
I focus on building archives audio, video, written. I also collaborate with creatives and storytellers to ensure these narratives are preserved beyond the next viral meme. It's about planting seeds, not just broadcasting signals.
Let's get real. After 34 years of constant creation and giving, how do you cope emotionally with the lack of recognition? I mean, most people would have thrown in the towel long ago.
It's hard not to feel invisible, especially when you see your work inspire change, but your name is left out of the story. There are days when I question if it's worth it, but then I hear from someone who was touched by a project years ago, and it keeps me going.
That reminds me of the teacher effect, how educators often don't see the impact of their work until years later. Have you noticed any ripple effects from your projects that surprised you?
Definitely. I've seen young people use the platforms I built to launch their own initiatives. Sometimes it's a quiet kind of legacy impact is there, even if the applause isn't.
But there must be moments of profound fatigue. How do you recharge or remind yourself of your value when burnout looms?
I lean on my creative circle for support, and I try to celebrate small wins: an appreciative email, a meaningful conversation. Sometimes, you have to be your own cheerleader in this line of work.
Bringing it full circle, let's talk legacy. After years of selfless giving, do you ever worry about how or if you'll be remembered?
Absolutely. There's always that nagging question. Will the name AfricaAllah, Ms. Baker's daughter, mean anything when I'm gone? We all want to know our lives left a distinctive mark, especially when so much happened off camera.
If you could script your own legacy, what would it look like? Are you aiming for monuments, or is it more about the stories that quietly persist?
For me, it's about the stories, those quiet echoes in people's lives. If someone learns, grows, or finds inspiration because of something I created, that's the monument I want.
That's beautifully said. As we wrap up, any advice for creators wrestling with the same questions about impact and recognition?
Keep building. Even if the world doesn't clap for you now, the foundation you're laying matters. Legacy isn't about headlines, it's about hearts touched and futures changed. I want to personally invite everyone to celebrate with me 8 p.m. Friday, September 12th in Lauderhill, Florida, for my El Dorado Sunrise Golden Birthday Concert. For details, visit carnivalconcierge.online.